Hey friends, welcome to my home. This is Amber from a Meeple family, and today I am unboxing my Baker Street package from Game Topper that I purchased. I wanted to share this because I found a few unboxing / review videos about the Game Topper system, but not too many, and I sure wish that there would have been a few more out there when I was deciding whether to purchase the Game Topper. I really wanted to see it in action, so hopefully I can provide that type of video for you today. I personally have had my eye on the Game Topper system for many years, and it was finally the right time to purchase, so I am really excited to take you along on my unboxing journey. The item that I ordered was actually on back order, so it took a little bit longer for me to receive, so my anticipation has been growing and I am so excited I finally get to set this up today. I also want to let you know I'm not an expert in Game Toppers, but I can definitely encourage you to reach out to the team over there. They are so helpful. They encouraged me and navigated me to actually go ahead and get the Baker Street package. So that is what I ended up ordering per their recommendation, and I'm really happy with that decision. They also kindly threw in 3 additional playmats for me to try out, so I'm excited to show those to you guys. So there's one playmat that actually came with my package, and then they kindly gave me 3 additional ones just to try out, and that was above and beyond kind, so I am really grateful to share those with you today. And you guys can let me know in the comments when we get to the game mat section which one is your favorite. I definitely have my personal favorite I will share with you as well. So maybe you're asking why I chose the Game Topper. There are a lot of board game tables out there, and I had always wanted a game table, but because of the dynamic of my home and my family, I just could not bring another piece of furniture into my home. And I love the idea of the Game Topper because it offers so much flexibility. It's even portable, although I will say it's extremely heavy, but it is portable and I do have options, which I love. I love flexibility. That is really important to me. I love having options, and I just couldn't find any other game table that offered such high quality at a great price point with so much flexibility. There just wasn't anything even close on the market. So for me, that is really why I chose the Game Topper system. I needed something that could transform my existing table into this premium gaming surface when needed, but that could easily be stored away when I wasn't using it. So the Game Topper system offered exactly that versatility without requiring me to permanently sacrifice dining space or add additional bulky furniture. Now, something I didn't get, which I maybe would consider in a couple years, is the table topper that goes on top of their system. They do have that, but for me, I love my table, so I was really happy to just have the ability to take this on and off when needed. Okay, so let's talk about unboxing this bad boy. When my Baker Street package arrived, the first thing I noticed was, holy cow, this is incredibly heavy. So word of advice, make sure you have someone nearby to help if needed. I did end up unboxing it myself, so it's definitely doable. But the entire package came pre-packed in the carrying case, which was very impressive. Everything was packed so well. The carrying case itself is very high quality. It features 2 separate zippered compartments for each half of the table. I thought this was a really thoughtful design choice, and it makes storage and transportation so much easier. The halves themselves are really heavy, at least for me. I'm not super buff and I don't have a ton of upper body strength, but I managed to get the halves onto my table without any additional help, though I wouldn't have turned down an extra pair of hands had they been nearby. So let me break down what comes in the base package, or the Baker Street package that I picked up. So for me, that is going to be the Homes Game Topper. So that is the 2 halves that kind of combine with the aluminum rails to become one table surface. I received 4 of these individual cup holders. These are really neat. And then there's also 2 that I received that actually have 2 cup holders. This is great to put in between kind of those longer sides of your table, so that if you need more kind of arm space, they can just kind of share those 2 cup holders. I love the Lazy Susan. So all I had to do to put this together, it came in 2 pieces. There's a Lazy Susan part on the bottom, and then the component tray on top. You just put these double-sided kind of sticky stickers, and they stick together like that, and then you have this incredible Lazy Susan. There are so many games I've played where I thought, wow, it'd be so nice to have a Lazy Susan. So I kind of like didn't even realize this came with the package, and this is really, really nice to have. I'm actually more excited about this than I am the cup holders. In addition, the package also comes with, you can really select any mat you want, but I personally chose the Ryan Lockett mat. That's the one I chose with my package. The game mat is going to come with its own carrying bag, and then of course you get the carrying bag for the game topper, and then all of the components fit really nice in there too because they are all collapsible. It also came with 4 of these like cup holder options where you can put those in the bottom of the cup holder, and then you also have these acrylic pieces that go on top and 2 dry erase markers. I'm assuming so you can write on the acrylic pieces that are provided. They kind of lay on top of the game topper cup holders as well. And that, I believe, is everything that came inside the Baker Street package. I'm really excited to delve into this because I'm not really sure how practical all of these components are. So I'm excited to see what I actually use, what I don't use, what I like, what I gravitate towards, or what's kind of just fluff and extra. And you know how sometimes it just kind of ends up that you don't even use the things that you think you're going to use. So I'm excited to try this out and actually see what sticks. Unfortunately, I wish there was a better way for me to describe to you the craftsmanship of the game topper. I watched a lot of videos, and you know, you watch them and you're kind of like, okay, you guys, seriously, this is really, really nice. Like really, really high end, really, really well done. I am shocked by the incredible quality that Game Topper has put into their system. It truly feels top of the line, substantial. The steel is smooth, premium. It's not cheap or lightweight, definitely not lightweight. One of my other favorite design features is the inner edge slot, and it can actually be used to hold your playing cards. So I'm really excited to put that to the test, and especially being a family with kids, I cannot tell you how much my children will use that feature, and I know I will as well. I can't believe how sturdy the game topper is. It really is dependent on the surface for which you put the game topper. So if your table that you're putting the game topper on is sturdy, your game topper is going to be sturdy. So the way that these tables assemble is absolutely seamless. I was shocked at how easy it was. You literally place the 2 halves on your existing table. You give them a little shimmy to line up the 2 halves properly. You'll slide the little contraption, kind of like their locking mechanism, into place. It's going to glide over and kind of form this bridge between those 2 halves. And then you just screw them and they lock into place. You can actually see them like pull together a little bit. And that's it. You lay down your chosen game mat and you're good to go. Then after that, you know, you can attach any accessories you want, like cup holders or compartment trays. And they're so easy to attach. Like my kids were doing it. My husband came out and was trying it. They're just so easy. I was amazed at how simple, quick, and fast it is to set this up. I mean, the entire process just takes a couple of minutes. Okay, then we obviously have to talk about the game mats. They dramatically improve, you know, both the functionality and the aesthetics of the gaming experience. What struck me immediately is these mats, like they tell a story. The artwork is absolutely incredible. Each mat completely transforms your gaming space, creating this immersive environment that enhances whatever game you're playing. What I was really excited about was the storage for these game mats comes with this little peekaboo cutout, so you can see exactly what game mat you're grabbing without having to open every single bag. I mean, even that little extra shows me like what a thoughtful, detailed design the whole Game Topper experience provides for its customers. So these are the 4 mats I got. I'm going to show you how they like illuminate the table. I mean, and they just totally change the feel of the gaming room. So first up, I have the horror mat. This creates kind of like a nice like Arkham horror, the trail at House on the Hill vibe. I mean, look at the details on this map. It is absolutely stunning. This is going to be incredible for like a hocus pocus game night. I am pumped to have this one in my collection, or one of my favorites, which is the Disney Haunted Mansion game, which I know people make fun of me that I love that game, but it's going to look awesome on this mat. All right, this red one is a lot more simple, but it's still just super vibrant. It really makes the components pop. I wanted to have at least one mat that didn't feel super busy, and I just love how everything looks against the red background. And I showed you guys earlier the Ryan Lockett one. This is one that I actually purchased with my package, so I was really drawn to this one. But you know what surprised me? Was this Viking mat. This is the one I absolutely love. I love the story it's telling. I love what's going on. I love the colors. I love everything about this mat. It kind of blew me away in person. So for me, this is my personal favorite, but you guys tell me in the comments below what mat you like, or maybe there's one that's not even listed on here. Let me know, because I have a feeling this could become a really high addiction, purchasing these mats, because they are so beautiful. Well, that is all I have for you today. I hope this gave you an idea of how the Game Topper works, and I was so excited to share my experience with you. So for families like ours who use their dining table for multiple purposes but still want that premium gaming experience, I would definitely say to check out the Game Topper system, because it definitely hits the sweet spot between functionality, quality, and price. It definitely transformed our regular family table into a dedicated gaming surface, and everybody in the family is excited to play games. Well, like I said, I was so excited to share this with you guys. I hope you enjoyed coming into my home, coming into my space, watching me set this all up. I've been really counting down this for quite some time, and I'm so excited to have finally purchased and bought my own Game Topper. I love it. I'm really happy with it. And if you guys are looking into purchasing one, I definitely recommend reaching out to Game Topper. They are super, super helpful and so, so kind. And I do believe that they have a Kickstarter coming up as well. And I even just saw them mention that their prices are actually going down, which is incredible. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.